So I will be heading to Reading Festival this year. I can't wait, and with just 1 week to go, I thought to myself I would do a bit of a Reading and Leeds Festival Essentials video. Now, I've been to many festivals before. I've been to Download, Ballmasters, Boomtown before, Rock Virtua in Belgium. I've been for 3 days and 5 days, so it's a real mixed bag, and I just thought to myself I'll show you how I prepare for it. If it's your first time, hopefully you can get some advice, and if it's not, you just might like to hear how I do it so we can all share. So my first thing I do is I just plan my route. Now, that might just be a case of putting the postcode into Google Maps and just kind of like overviewing the route. I mean, when you get closer to the festival, they normally have diversions just because they don't want the bulk of traffic in the main area, so follow the diversions for the festival. It's just good to, for me, it's just a less stressful experience if I just kind of like look over the route and see what I'm going to do, whether I sort of, this is quite an easy motorway drive or I have to get off and then go for 20 minutes on A roads. It's just easy for me. Don't forget your ticket. I have never done it before, thank goodness, but it is probably easy to do because you're thinking about packing everything else, so please don't forget your ticket. Obviously, don't forget a tent. If you're camping, it might be quite hard to sleep if you don't have a shelter, so don't forget your tent. And with that, obviously your sleeping bag, and a lot of people like to sleep with an airbed. I sleep with an airbed. I've done many festivals without one, and it's just a more comfortable experience with one. I get a lot more sleep and I'm ready for the next day. I always bring earplugs, and not only for the live music side of things, but for the peaceful night's sleep as well. Some people don't sort of go to sleep, or not until early hours of the morning, and I sometimes get a bit tired about 3 AM after I've come back from the main arena, and it's just quite nice to get a full night's sleep. I'm quite a light sleeper as well, so I will hear everything, and with that, eye cover as well. Just kind of get one of those things with the elastic band, and then that means I can sort of sleep for a bit longer as well because I'm not interrupted by the light. I like to bring along baby wipes and hand sanitizer. I think both of them are very popular items just because it's quite nice to keep fresh. I know that obviously baby wipes, you can have a bit of a spruce up, and then they're good for the arena as well, just to sort of like, maybe there's not a tap around and you get to sort of like wipe your hands because they're sticky. Also, I know that the Portaloos run out of hand sanitizer, so it's just good to bring your own. As well as that, toilet roll as well. Whether you're in the arena or in the campsite, some of the toilets do run out, so it's just good to bring your own. I think the last 2014 that I went to Reading Festival, the loos are a bit different to what I'd normally go in. Normally I would use a Portaloo, but this one was like a big metal cabin, and you'd like walk up the stairs and then there would be cubicles all along, and essentially you would walk in and then obviously there would be a toilet, and then the bit that you walked up was obviously where they keep everything. And I don't think there was any loo roll there, so make sure you bring your own, otherwise you won't have any. I like to bring everything along in a big sort of camping army bag. Now, a lot of people use sort of suitcases, or maybe they don't need a big army bag and they just take a little one, which is absolutely fine, whatever suits you. It's just, I found that over the years, especially sort of going to Download where it's really, really muddy, it's just much easier to put it in a big camping bag and just pull it on your shoulders. It can be quite heavy if you're carrying lots of alcohol, but it might be a case of taking 2 trips or just balancing it out. You know what works for you, so just don't make it too heavy for yourself, because a lot of festivals are a big walk from the car park or the shuttle bus to where you actually camp, so bear that in mind. But yeah, I just find it's a lot easier. Then obviously don't forget your toothbrush. I just find that it's quite nice after the day just to be able to brush my teeth in the morning, of course, if you've been drinking all day. I like to bring along a big mirror as well, just because it's just nice to be able to see myself. Not a lot of people do, but I like to just kind of freshen up in the morning. I'm not really a massive makeup person when I do go to festival, maybe just a bit of moisturiser just to make my skin feel a bit more fresh, and that's it, we're good to go. Don't forget your ID when you go. Obviously when you're in the arena, they most likely will ask you for it, and the worst thing to do is forget it, because you might not be able to get served at the bars. And of course, if you sort of set out to drink at the festival, it might be like the worst case scenario, so please don't forget that. I like to bring along a Hexi stove. Now I don't know if you guys have heard of it before, but essentially it's like a big tin and then you sort of light a cube. Here is a cube from Download where I bought a new pack at the camping store that was available there, and obviously I just used one. These are huge compared to the ones I normally buy, so I didn't have to use all of it. So yeah, I've got loads left over. You just light them and then you can boil your water or cook super noodles or whatever's easier for you, and it's obviously saves you a lot of money because sort of the hot dogs or anything you buy there is normally about £5 plus. It just saves you a little bit. When I found this out, it saved my life and I love doing it. Just I can make myself a cup of tea in the morning without having to sort of get up and go anywhere, because a lot of festivals don't allow gas stoves, so it's a great alternative. Of course, wellies, these are disgusting that I haven't washed, but I love them a lot. These are my small versions. I like them because they're just a lot easier to sort of store. They're just a lot more comfortable really. I've got big ones as well, but you know, if the mud gets a bit too crazy and the small ones get swallowed up in the mud, so I've got both just in case, but it's quite nice to have the small ones just because they're a bit more practical. I hope I don't have to use this, but a rain mat. Obviously we're in England, so it probably will rain, so I've got this one. I've got this one from Rock Bircher as well. I've just ordered a new one, so it's in its packaging and it's just quite good to use. I know it does work really well because a lot of them I do find that the rain kind of does seep through still, but with this one I didn't get wet at all. It's got a little hood on it and it's quite long as well, so it's really comfortable. Now a lot of festivals don't allow glass into the camp and you're not allowed any alcohol in the arena, so my solution to this is a big box of wine. Now I just got this from I believe Asda. It's about a £5, big box, does you for the whole weekend, happy days. Also from that, inside the box is the foil lining, and that's this. So I've kept them from other ones that I've had, and I am able to sort of decant any spirits or anything in glass bottles. So it's really easy to do. I mean, there is a way of unscrewing this that I've watched on YouTube before, but I find that I can't do that myself and I don't want to break it because I don't want to waste it. So I just kind of like push the bits here that you would use when you decant it. So I just push them down and you're able to sort of pour water in. I do that, give it a shake, and then I give it, obviously I pour it out, give it a bit of a clean, and then I'm free to sort of pour whatever I want into it. I've used Jack Daniel's honey before in the past just because I really enjoy that. I think I brought along Jägermeister, and I'm a big fan of rum, so I've decanted rum into it. Then also I'd say just a big bottle of water. Now that helps obviously in the morning when you want some water or whenever. It's just a good, nice and handy thing to have. It's also good for the Hexi stove as well because obviously you're boiling water, so it's nice to have a water supply near you. I would say sun cream is very important. I'm a very pale, fair skinned person, so I will need this. I'd say about 30 to 50. I've got this 31 here as I got it as a gift, and I've got some After Sun as well just in case I obviously do get a bit sore. Then I've got this after, so it's good to bring along in the arena. Just, you know, even if it isn't sunny all day, you are out all day and you will be exposed to it. Now this doesn't really matter. I like to bring along 3 or 4 or 5 outfits depending on how long I'm going for. I'm only going for 3 days this year, so I like to bring, I think I've got about 3 or 4 outfits that I'm going to wear. Now it's not essential for like normal people, but I quite like to bring a range of stuff just to sort of mix it up, have fun with it. You know, festivals are my holidays. So yeah guys, obviously have fun. You know, if there's anything I haven't mentioned here that you bring along, let me know. I'd like to sort of hear what you guys think is your essentials, and obviously drink responsibly, enjoy your time, watch some bands, have a laugh and just enjoy yourself, and I shall see you soon for the Reading vlog.